good afternoon. Welcome to Merino, Colorado, and welcome to the kickoff of the high school volleyball season for our fans in Northeast Colorado, and live this year on Chassa.tv and YouTube.com worldwide. You can find out about all of Colorado high school sports with ColoradoPreps.tv. I'm Ben Blecka from Big Time Small Town Media, the production company that helps out with ColoradoPreps.tv here in the northeast corner of the state. And we kick off our season with a very interesting matchup, Merino and Pawnee. Both of these teams are coming off of great years last year, finished in the Final Four of 1A's District 4. They played each other in a California tiebreak where Pawnee eliminated Merino. Pawnee went on to state and ended up finishing in pool play at state after Pawnee advanced out of that California tiebreak. But to say that these two teams are exactly the same would be a gross understatement. A lot of seniors on last year's team, only 2 seniors on the Pawnee Coyote team this year, only 5 seniors on the Merino Ram team this year, and only 2 of them saw any significant amount of playing time on varsity last season. So brand new teams on both sides this year. Same head coach for the Merino Rams in Erin Schmidt. She's been in charge of the program now 3 years, but a new head coach on the Pawnee Coyote side as Marcy Koenig takes over this Pawnee Coyote team. Marcy Koenig has an assistant coach of Kayla Koenig, who used to play for this Pawnee Coyote team and honestly was probably one of the top 5 setters in Class 1A her junior and senior years for the Pawnee Coyote team. She was a part of that resurgence for this Pawnee team, making it to state for the first time back in 2008. If I were to look at an early season volleyball contest and say we've got any sort of key coming in this one, I would say the biggest key for this contest is going to be the younger players stepping in. I'm taking a look at a couple players on both of these teams. I'm really taking a hard look at Liz Thomas for the Merino Lady Rams, as I really think she's going to be very key. And how does Allie Owens respond from being a hitter that wasn't relied as much on last year by this Merino team? She is the primary offensive weapon. For Pawnee, a lot of it is going to fall onto the shoulders of Lindy Johnston, who was one of their good hitters last year, but Lindy is going to be the primary source of offense on the outside this year. And then, of course, the sophomore in the middle will be Morgan Sanders. She may be the key of anybody in this contest. She's a very big presence in the middle, incredible blocker. She's got some good ups as a middle, which is what you like to have there. And I really think that she has an opportunity to affect this game in a great way, and it could be an interesting matchup. These two teams always fight against one another to kick the season off, and this year they're back in Merino to play one another, and we're proud to have it for you live online on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. I'm Ben Blecka alongside with my producer this evening, Shelby Canode, and we've got Merino and Pawnee kicking off our volleyball season. When we come back, we'll meet the starters, and we will have First Serve Class 1A volleyball on Chassa.tv. Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not at Bank of Colorado. Here, 1 plus 1 add up to free. Because our personal free checking and personal free collection give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you're into free, apply today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com, where 1 plus 1 equals free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545 and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
For certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. But what about grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as BW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle? Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling or call 522-5399.
Many lessons can be learned when playing high school sports. Teamwork, discipline, and trust in those around you, just to name a few. But maybe the most valuable lesson learned from high school sports is good sportsmanship. Faith Tabernacle Church in Merino wants to remind you, as a player or a fan, to display good sportsmanship at any event you attend this school year. If you're looking for something new, Faith Tabernacle has services Sundays at 10 and Wednesdays at 7. Faith Tabernacle, a proud supporter of the Merino Rams.
And welcome back to Merino, Colorado, as we're set to meet our starting lineups for this contest between the Merino Rams and the Pawnee Coyotes, opening matchup of the season. The visiting team, Pawnee Coyotes, will be in their black jerseys. They will have Kirby Anderson, a sophomore, Kendra Koenig, a freshman, Afton Zedek, a junior, Lindy Johnston, a senior, Morgan Sanders, a sophomore, and Brooke Tilgman, a junior, for head coach Marcy Koenig. For the home team, Merino Rams, they will be in their whites. Allie Owens, a senior, Josie Dreher, a junior, Elsa Shino, a junior, Liz Thomas, a senior, Cheyenne Jackson, a senior, and Veronica Karg, a freshman, for head coach Aaron Schmidt. The liberos for each of the teams for Pawnee will be senior Sarah Vieira. For the Merino Lady Rams will be senior Carly Casper. And we're set to get this one underway here this evening. I'm Ben Blecka, live on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com, a big-time small-town media production. We're very glad to be able to bring this to you this year live online from a number of games all across the state. We'll be handling, as a part of big-time small-town media, quite a bit of Northeast Colorado for you in these contests. The Merino Lady Rams, a team that went to state back in 2010. Pawnee went in 2011. Fleming, of course, the dominant team out here in 1A District 4, the same district that these two teams were in, but Merino is now in Class 2A volleyball. They will be playing out of 2A's District 3, I believe it is, this year, while Pawnee will be still playing in 1A's District 4. Nonetheless, this will be a matchup of small school proportions, if you will. Merino moving up largely because of the transition of the number of teams trying to get equal classifications in 1A, 2A, and 3A, equal number of teams in each classifications. As the teams meet at the net, and we'll get underway. It's exciting to have volleyball season back and underway, and these two teams have high aspirations of being one of the 12 teams to go to state this year. 12 teams make it to state this season as opposed to the 8. That's a new rule change this season, and it will help out both of these teams, as Pawnee will start with the serve, and it will be in the hands of Afton Zedek to get things underway here in this 2012 volleyball season. No, not Afton Zedek. Brooke Tilgman, the lineup card was different than what Pawnee had. So they get the rotation correct, and Brooke Tilgman will put the first serve up. Across the net, fielded on the Merino side. Far side, Allie Owens, one of our key players to the contest, hammers it off the block at the net, but will not get credit for the kill as the block was in the net for the Pawnee Lady Coyotes. 1-0 Merino here in set one. That'll end the serve over to Cheyenne Jackson for Merino. On the near side, swing comes from Kirby Anderson. Nicely dug out back row by Merino off the ceiling. It went, some collision, but they're able to free the ball back deep onto the Pawnee side. Set on to the middle swing for Lindy Johnston. She'll pop it up back row, but into the net off of Casper's pop. So Lindy, referred to as Bob by her friends. It's her nickname. Gets the first kill of the contest, squares it at one, hands herself the serve. Tip over the antenna at the net by Micaiah Leachman. She caught the top of it as she tried to go over it. Pawnee takes an early 2-1 lead, and Johnston continues with the serve. Allie Owens fields it back row. Back set to Owens. Comes in, but hammers it into the net. So hitting errors abounding on the Merino side. Pawnee leads 3-1 here in set one. Lindy Johnston's serve again, fielded by Owens. Near side swing comes from Josie Dreher, but in the net was the block for Pawnee. So both of Merino's points coming on blocking errors for the Pawnee side. Showing a good amount of aggressiveness at the block, but it's not helping them currently. Carly Casper will have the serve for Merino. Anderson fielded it back row at the net. Morgan Sanders clipped, rolled the net cord, and it's kept up by Merino. Liz Thomas's attack will go deep onto the Pawnee side. Near side swing will come from Kendra Koenig. Back to Owens on the far side for Merino, and her soft tip is popped up on the front row. Nice swing by Kirby Anderson, deep, dug up by Merino. And the set knock off the block at the net came from Karg, and then a free ball played over from Pawnee and Brooke Tilgman. Near side, ball chased down and free back over by Liz Thomas, but the free too deep and out. To make it 4-2 Pawnee here in set number one. And sophomore Kirby Anderson will have the serve. Anderson swing deep, popped up by Casper. Far side swing will come from Karg. She tips it off the block of the net, kept in play. And the swing on the middle. Karg turned around and stuffed the ball back from Kendra Koenig. Freshman v. freshman there. And the Merino Ram freshman got the win in the stuff block for the point. 4-3 Pawnee. Allie Owens with the serve deep. Chased down by Pawnee, and a free ball by Anderson. Will be checked up back row by Casper. Set down the middle for Karg. She'll float it over the block at the net, and just too deep. She had to go over. Nice block in front of her, but the hitting error once again will give Pawnee another point, 5-3. One kill, 4 hitting errors. Vieira with the serve, fielded by Casper. Chased down, and a back row free will come from Allie Owens. At the net, joust won by Liz Thomas, and the senior for Merino getting the point there for her team. Keeping it close here early, 5-4. Sub here for Merino. On came Kylie Mertens, 5'9" junior. Leachman will have the serve. Quick set down the middle, and the tip over the block at the net from Pawnee, and Kendra Koenig quickly free back over by Merino. Didn't catch Pawnee off guard. Tip set over the net by Brooke Tilgman. Set up down the middle, and Karg will free the ball deep. Ball popped up back row by Vieira. Set on to the near post Zedek. Off speed over the top of the block. Kept up by Thomas. They'll go to Karg down the middle again. Her swing angled to the far line. Dug up, and the set swing down the middle from Koenig. Back row swing comes from Merino, and Allie Owens nicely dug up back row. Zedek chases it down, and Vieira, the libero, frees it short. Liz Thomas will get the swing far side for Merino. Her attack knocked deep, dug up back row. Tilgman will set near side for Zedek. Her off speed angled nicely to the far line from the near post. 10 points in, we get our first good rally of the season. We take a deep breath and do it again. Koenig will have the serve for Pawnee. Liz Thomas with the swing, far side for Merino. The attack dug up by Kirby Anderson, but not cleanly. Liz Thomas comes up with, I believe, her second kill in the last 4 points. On to serve for Merino comes Elsa Shino. Shino's swing and a rotation violation. Karg should have been serving there as opposed to Shino. Now we've got to get the substitution right. They figured it out eventually. 7-5 here in set one. Zedek with the serve, one full rotation through for Pawnee. Hallie Owens will take a back row swing for Merino. She clipped the net cord. Vieira, who set for Pawnee last year, will run the set up. Nice angle onto the near side. Kept up, and the set will go deep from Merino and Kylie Mertens. Down the middle, big swing by Morgan Anderson. 8-5 Coyotes here in set one. Owens fielded the serve. Far side swing will come from Dreher. Checked up on the Pawnee side. Near side swing for Koenig. Too big and out. We've only had 2 points, one on service so far in this match. We played 14. Liz Thomas will have the serve for Merino. Nicely dug up by Vieira on the near side. Vieira will get the swing and hammered it into the net. So Merino inches within one early on here in set one. Thomas's serve fielded back row and a nice tip drop by Lindy Johnston. She came up like she was angling it on the near side and then just rolled her hand thumb side toward the net and dropped it on the line. 9-7. Serve from Togman, fielded on the Merino side. Allie Owens tips it into the net. Morgan Sanders was there to block it if it made it over the net. It did not. Hitting error gives Pawnee another point, 10-7. Serve knocked deep, popped up back row, and Owens will knock it off the block at the net and down. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Allie Owens able to come up with a point here, and a couple subs on the Merino side. On comes Cheyenne Jackson to serve. And in on the front row will come Micaiah Leachman for the Coyotes. Jackson knocks the ball deep, popped up by Koenig, chased down, and Johnston will free it over near the 10-foot line, popped up by Casper. Set on the near side, and the attack knocked deep by Leachman. Chased down by Pawnee, and the free ball from behind the 10-foot line from Morgan Sanders. Kept up on the Merino side, a back row swing from Carly Casper, hammered it into the net. So another hitting error. Pawnee has 11 points. 8 of them have come on errors on the Merino side. Ball knocked deep, popped up back row, and the set far side. Attack blocked at the net by Sanders, and Owens will free it over in deep. Nice swing deep, too deep and out from Kendra Koenig. They say Marina was in the net, I believe, so another error makes it 12-8. Johnson's serve goes deep, fielded by Casper. The set goes over the net and is hammered back down by Kendra Koenig, and we're going to have a timeout for the Merino Lady Rams as they want to talk this one over. 9 hitting errors. You've scored 9 points so far. But on the Merino side, you've scored 8. It's 13-8, pardon me. You have 9 hitting errors on your side. For Pawnee, they're just chasing the ball down. This is Pawnee volleyball for you. Very good defensively, especially early in the season. This team is just good defensively. Keep the ball in play, frustrate their opponents, and take advantage at the most opportune times. So Pawnee will have the ball out of the Merino timeout. Up 13-8. Line serve deep, fielded by Casper. Set onto the far side. Leachman, her attack, 2 deep and out. That's 9 hitting errors on the Merino side. It's not for a lack of effort. I'll give you that. They're maybe overswinging a little too much. Line serve by Johnson deep. Far side Leachman. She'll angle it nicely. Ball dug out on the Pawnee side. Johnson keeps it up. Koenig near side. Tipped off the block. Kept up by Owens on the front row. Freed over. Wide and out. And not an error, but a well-placed ball on the Pawnee side to put Merino in a position where they can't do anything with it. Lindy Johnson serve once again. This time fielded by Thomas. Nice angle. Down and in for a kill by Josie Dreher. 15-9 here in set number 1. Pawnee leading Merino, best 3 out of 5. We got an incredibly early start from what was initially advertised as they had to shorten the JV due to a lack of players on the Pawnee side. The Pawnee team only brought 10 this afternoon and evening. They only played 2 sets of JV. Ball line deep, popped up by Lindy Johnston back row, and the tip into the block at the net by Kendra Koenig. Nice diving play by Allie Owens to keep it in play, and then Morgan Sanders goes right back toward Allie Owens. She's protected nicely. Free ball be played back over from the Merino side, kept up by Johnson. Tugman will set it down the middle. Koenig banks it off the block of the net. Owens keeps it in play back to Owens' far side, knocked off the block of the net, kept up by Tugman. Sanders near side. Kirby Anderson pop deep, dug up back row by Cheyenne Jackson. Far side set for Allie Owens. She'll free it deep. Ball popped up back row by Zedek. Set near side, and a big hammer knocked deep by Kirby Anderson. The dig by Casper back onto the Pawnee side. Far side Sanders banged off the block of the net, kept up on the front row, and the turn swing back deep by Karg. Dug up back row, set over the net by Tilgman. Popped up back row, set back down the middle for Karg. Off the block of the net, chopped right back over, and the big swing knocked down deep, but too wide by Kendra Koenig, and Merino takes the point. Cuts it within 4 here in set 1. Line serve deep, ball popped up, back row. Big swing by Lindy Johnson, too big and out, and after the Merino timeout, they scuffled for a shade. But now they're starting to take advantage. They bench back within 3. Carly Casper with the serve again. Nice low liner deep, popped up by Lindy Johnson, set down the middle for Morgan Sanders. Ball popped deep, quick set, back far side for Allie Owens. Big hammer knocked deep, and in the net went the block for Pawnee. So Merino cuts the lead to 2, 15-13 here in set 1. Keeping the serve with one of their seniors, Carly Casper. Casper's line serve fielded by Lindy Johnston, far side. The attack hit into the net by Kirby Anderson, and I'm pretty sure Pawnee's going to burn one. Yes, they are. A timeout taken here by the Pawnee Lady Coyotes, as they're the ones that have seen their offense start to slip away. We're very glad you're joining us live on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. Tomorrow night, we will be out in Caliche. We're hoping we can get internet out there. Saturday, we're going to have a great volleyball matchup for you. If you're enjoying this one, you're going to enjoy Saturday as you've got the number 4 and number 7 ranked teams according to the Denver Post preseason polls for volleyball in Caliche and Weldon Valley duking it out. Should happen about 3:30, and we'll be live for you with that one online. I know we can get internet in the gym there. It's when you go out to the football field that you take a wild guess, especially these 6- and 8-man football fields. Carly Casper will keep the serve. Merino down by just 1 out of the timeout. 15-14 Pawnee here in set 1. Casper serve knocked deep. Fielded back row by Lindy Johnson, and Zedek will free it over near the 10-foot line. Popped up by Casper. Set back near side for the Rams. Attack far side. Sanders will free it over. Casper pops it up. The set once again coming from Cheyenne Jackson, and Liz Thomas will free it deep. Tilgman will set back down the middle for Kendra Koenig. Her attack deep, dug up by Casper off the rafters. That saved Merino. They're able to keep it in play, and Allie Owens knocks it over in deep. Ball popped up. Morgan Sanders tips it to the line far side and drops it on down and in for a kill. Pawnee maintains the lead on their side. And the serve continues for Pawnee, or goes with Pawnee and Kirby Anderson. The angle deep, popped up back row on the Pawnee side, and a free ball by Koenig. Collision in the back row for Merino. Far side, Allie Owens with the attack. Dug up by Lindy Johnston. Bumps at near side, and the attack knocked deep. Dug up back row by Casper. Set down the middle. Cheyenne Jackson goes to Karg and draws the block into the net. So Merino will have an opportunity the line serve deep. Popped up by Kirby Anderson. Can't be chased down cleanly. Pawnee running that 5-1 offense. Everybody backed away to let the setter chase it down. Sometimes you just got to play it. Anderson gets a clean field this time. Tilgman will set it up near side for Zedek. The attack deep, dug up by Casper. Owens will set this time for Cheyenne Jackson. Her attack dug up. Set down the middle, rolling the net cord was Koenig, and it'll end up being a free ball over by Carly Casper. Chased down by Kirby Anderson back to the Merino side, but the swing down, Merino ends up in the net. So Sarah Vieira will come on to serve for Pawnee. 17-16. Her serve deep, popped up back row on the Merino side, and the near side free will come back over from the Merino Rams. Chased down on the near side by Kirby Anderson. The angle over by Zedek, and it goes down and in for a kill. 18-16 Coyotes here in set 1. Get to 21st. You win 80% of the time in a set. Cheyenne Jackson bumps that down the middle for Karg. Her angle far side, kept up. Near side swing by Zedek, too big and out. The hitting error will give the ball back over to Merino. Chance to tie at 18. Subs on here for Merino. Kylie Mertens on the front row, and Elsa Shino, I believe, to serve on the back. No. Mikhail Leachman will stay in and serve. Her short serve popped up. Tilgman will set near side for Zedek. Banged off the net cord, and it did catch the block. Kept in play by Lindy Johnson, and her swing deep. Set far side, Liz Thomas, her attack deep, popped up back row, back set, and the free ball by Lindy Johnston goes into the net. So now Sheena will come on and serve. $18 all here in set 1, and she'll hammer it into the net. That might be the first service error we've seen in this match. I'm not keeping full stats. Koenig with the serve for Pawnee. Line deep. Mertens will set far side for Thomas. Her attack popped up back row. Chase down near side free will come from Zedek. Popped up back row by Casper. Mertens will set back far post again for Thomas. Angled over the block of the net. Dug up back row. Set down the middle for the Back row swing from Vieira, dug up by Casper. Thomas with a swing back far side on the Pawnee side. Togman from the 10-foot line will set back down the middle for Lindy Johnston, and the ball goes down and in for a kill. 2018 Pawnee, they got to that 20-point threshold first. Kendra Koenig knocks a serve into the net. Had a chance to start creating some distance and probably force Merino to use her second timeout if she could get the point there as Josie Dreher comes back in for Merino. Karg knocks the ball short, popped up by Vieira, set for Lindy Johnston. Nice hard swing off the block of the net, ball chased down. And the quick set for a back row swing from Allie Owens. Angled to the back line and in for the kill. Nicely played from the back row for Merino. It found that back line in 2020. The two teams are knotted up once again. Karg lines the ball deep, far side swing for Zedek. Dig back onto the Pawnee side, right into the radar zone of Lindy Johnston to hammer it down and in for a kill. 21-20 Coyotes here in set one. Line serve deep, popped up right into the block at the net of Lindy Johnston, and trying to get the ball back up, Kylie Mertens ended up tangled in the net for Merino. Erin Schmidt going to let her team do a one more without burning a timeout here. Zedek will line it deep. Popped up back row by Owens, set onto the far side, and the big swing deep from Dreher. Dug up back row for Pawnee, set back down the middle for Vieira, ball knocked deep. Dug up back row by Allie Owens, set far side, Liz Thomas, her attack deep. Dug up back row by Kendra Koenig, chased down by Tugman near side, big swing, down and in for a kill. Goes Kirby Anderson. The timeout will be taken here by Merino, their second timeout of set number one. The ebbs and flows of volleyball, especially early season, whoever can take advantage of those errors that the opposing team makes gives themselves a wonderful opportunity to go up early. But I've had the privilege of seeing this match, I think, for the last 4 years. And I can remember 2 of them and possibly a third that went the full 5 sets. Regardless of how these teams do, how these teams look at the end of the season, they always seem to put on a great one to kick the season off. We've seen some nice rallies already in this one, and what is getting pretty close to a half-hour first set. Afton Zedek will continue with the serve. Lines it deep into the block at the net of Lindy Johnston off the dig from Elsa Shino, and it's set points at 24-20. Zedek lines the ball far side, popped up by Allie Owens. Far side set for Dreher. Her angle near side will be dug up by Kirby Anderson. Chased down by Tilgman, and Koenig and Vieira try to converge on the ball and cannot get it over. So one staved off. Now senior Liz Thomas will have to stave others off. Liz lines it down and in for the ace. First ace of the match goes to Liz Thomas, the senior, at 24-22 now. Probably one more point before Pawnee burns their second timeout. Ball line far side, dug up back row set for Lindy Johnson. She'll push it over, dug out but not cleanly, and Pawnee takes set number one here in Merino by the final tally of 25-22. The Coyotes up 1-0. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and we'll have set 2 after this. This is Colorado High School Activities Association volleyball action on ColoradoPreps.tv, Chassa.tv, YouTube.com, a big-time small-town media production.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Merino Booster Club is a proud supporter of not only the athletes, but every student at Merino schools. Whether they're kindergartners or seniors, Merino Booster Club supports them equally. All sports, events, and activities are supported by the Merino Booster Club. If you want to find out more about the Merino Booster Club and how you can join and support the Merino students the same way the Merino Booster Club does, you need to contact the Merino Booster Club by attending one of the many Merino Ram events. Merino Booster Club, a proud supporter of all students and athletes at Merino schools. Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
We come back to Merino for set number 2 as set 1 went the way of the visiting Pawnee Coyotes by the tally of 25-22. I'm Ben Blecker, glad you have joined us for this season opening volleyball matchup. Both teams with the ebb and flow, but Pawnee had control in set number 1. We'll have to see here in set 2 if Merino tries to get that control going their way a little bit earlier. They found themselves down 4, 5, 6, I believe, points at one point. I think it was 15-9 in set number 1. If they can get that momentum going their way early, they could easily deadlock this one at a set apiece. Now, one of the things Merino does is they change setters in set 2, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Typically, they rotate between 2 of their setters. That's the MO I was told for this team. We will see how they go as they come here. Liz Thomas's serve will end up dropping down in for an ace, dug off the back line and off the still arm of a front row player. So Liz Thomas comes up with the first points, and it is 1-0 here in set 2, but then she follows it up with a service error. She went A&E on that one. Dog the bounty hunter is not a good thing to do in volleyball. Tilgman with the serve for Pawnee. Dug up back row. Cheyenne Jackson setting this time. She will get it to Allie Owens, who will swing it knocked deep. Lindy Johnson from the 10-foot line. Her attack. Dug up back row by Mertens, near side. Swing from Owens. Popped up back row. Quick set down the middle. Lindy Johnson with a nice attack. Casper chases it down back row. Set up back near side. Free ball played over by Josie Dreher. Dug up back row for Pawnee. Set far side for Kirby Anderson. Her attack deep. Dug up back row by the Rams and set over the net by Cheyenne Jackson. Near side, inside out swing from Morgan Sanders. Dug by Merino. Missed dug back onto the Pawnee side. Kirby Anderson with the far side swing off the block at the net. Chased down near side by Dreher, and then the free ball will be played over for Merino by Cheyenne Jackson. Under the net went the Pawnee block in a dangerous position toward a Merino player. Hence the whistle as Shino exits for Merino, and Mikhail Leachman will come on. 2-1 Rams. Ace down and in. How about that? Cheyenne Jackson just split the goalposts of the back row of that Pawnee Coyote team. This time it'll be played cleanly by Zedek. Back into the Owens block at the net, but she blocked it too wide. Line serve deep, chase down, back row for Merino, and a free ball be played over by Allie Owens. Kirby Anderson keeping it up for Pawnee, down the middle for Kendra Koenig. Her attack dug up by Carly Casper, near side for Allie Owens. Her swing angled far side, nicely kept in the air for the first by Kirby Anderson. Afton Zedek couldn't keep it up cleanly for the second, gets tagged with a lift ball, and Merino goes up 4-2 here in set 2. Nearly an ace once again. Morgan Sanders will not get a good clean swing. Tilgman just had to throw her hands up to keep that ball in play. Not a clean set able to be played there thanks to the great service angle from Carly Casper. Now 5-2. Ball dug up back row by Lindy Johnston. And a swing and a miss by Kirby Anderson as Tilgman's set was a little too high. Anderson could not come down with it. 6-2 Rams. They've got that early momentum. Casper's line serve deep, chase down. A back row swing by Lindy Johnston. Dug up and chased down the middle. Mertens with the swing set, and the ball tipped over the block at the net by Sanders. Bumps that near side. Big hammer thrown down by Allie Owens, but the hammer is too deep and out. Kirby Anderson gets served now for Pawnee. Fielded by Carly Casper, back row. Cheyenne Jackson set near side, and the attack from Karg deep. Far side set for Zedek. Dug up back row by Thomas. Down the middle this time for Karg. Karg's angle deep, popped up near side, and the tip over the block at the net by Morgan Sanders. Thomas keeps it in play. Quick set down the middle, and the big swing banged off the block at the net by Karg. And that freshman, Veronica Karg, is while doing some damage. Allie Owens lines the ball toward the back corner. Sanders playing back row, and Kirby Anderson letting her have it. Anderson will now be protected in the back row by Emily Ellis as she takes a seat. Rotation violation whistled on Pawnee. Now the official's going to go check at the scorer's table. And yeah, does have the violation correct. 8-3 is the tally in favor of Merino. Allie Owens' serve just missed the back row. And Sarah Vieira will come on to serve. Vieira lines the ball deep. All set onto the far side, and the angle played by Mikhail Leachman deep. 10-foot line swing from Afton Zedek. Popped up back row by Allie Owens. Near side, Liz Thomas with the swing. Knocked off the block at the net and down. So Liz Thomas coming up with the .94. Merino with the lead, but down 1-0. Line serve deep, ball pumped up, set, and a tip into the block at the net by Koenig. Right there, who else but Veronica Karg, the freshman. 10 for Merino. Much less eventful set 2. Ball knocked deep, popped up, set for Zedek. Her swing angled onto the near side. Ball chased down and set up by Kylie Mertens. Ellis digging the ball out. Back row swing from the libero, Sarah Vieira. She played some right side, I believe, for that Pawnee team that went to state last year. A little harder swinging from the back row, though. Rotation violation on the Pawnee side again. I think that time Brooke Tilgman, the setter, was outside of somebody she shouldn't have been outside of. 12 for Merino. And a service error followed by the Rams. It looks like week 1 volleyball. That's why you've got 19 games before you hit to the district. Ball line deep for Pawnee on the serve. Karg down the middle with a big swing. Dug up back row by Ellis, but the ball misplayed on the set. Collision between Vieira and Tilgman, both of whom set up points last year for Pawnee. And the timeout going to be taken here by Marcy Koenig, the head coach for Pawnee. 13-5 here in set 2 after set 1 went the way of Pawnee 25-22, I'm pretty sure. Rams looking more like the Ram volleyball team that finished up last year, but as we noted in the pregame show, with a lot of new players, going to have some growing pains, and especially for a Merino team that's going up to Class 2A this year. They're going into a volleyball district with the likes of Akron, defending runners-up, with the likes of Holyoke, Ray, Sedgwick County, Yuma, Haxton joining them. They played 1A against one another last year. It's a 9-team district this year, I believe. Karg with the serve for Merino out of the timeout. Up 13-5, and she'll get an ace. Ball misplayed. Sarah Vieira did the cardinal sin of back row playing. She bent over instead of crouching. Get those knees down. You can cleanly field the ball a whole lot better. Ball kept in play, and the free ball be played over by Zedek. Shino with the swing for the back row for Merino. Kept up by Vieira. Ball chased down. The set down the middle for Lindy Johnston. Banged off the block at the net. Liz Thomas will free it over as she had nobody to play it to. Tilgman will set it over. Right back to Liz Thomas, but she got tagged with a lift trying to play the ball over. So 14-6. And the serve will be line deep from Pawnee. Ball popped up back row and not cleanly set toward the net. So 14-7. Hampton Zedek, one of the seniors on the Pawnee team, will try and get her team back into it again. Zedek's serve, line deep. Quick set in the back row swing for Allie Owens. Hammered too deep and out. That wonderful hitting air bug has jumped back onto the Merino side here once again. Zedek will line the ball short. Ball chased down by Thomas, and Shino and Owens miscommunicating as who was going to get it. They both said, "You got it," and they both listened to each other. Zedek serve, angled onto the near side. Tip set over the net, comes from Mertens. Down the middle, Lindy Johnston with a big swing, too big and out. So a hitting error ends the run for Pawnee, but they got themselves a little closer. Actually, no, they say the ball went off of one of the hitters for the Merino side, so the score not 15-9. It's 14-10. Stays with Hampton Zedek. Short serve, kept up. Mertens will set it up for Thomas far side. Liz knocks it down the far line and in for a kill. So now it's 15-10. And senior Liz Thomas will have the serve for Merino. Lift ball ace. As the ball was fielded on the front row by Lindy Johnston. Too high. The only move she had was to lift it. Thomas, serve it again, fielded cleanly by Vieira, set over the net, was coming onto the near line, fielded by Thomas. The big swing over by Owens, hammered down and in for the kill. So Allie Owens starting to show her hitting prowess, putting her team up 17-10, trying to even it at a set apiece. Thomas Lines the ball short, popped up by Sarah Vieira. Far side set, tip over the net by Emily Ellis. Right back to Lindy Johnston at the net off the dig, and Lindy Johnston tips it down and takes the point for the Coyotes. Brooke Tilgman will take the serve. Tilgman fielded by Casper. Near side swing by Allie Owens. Nicely dug up by Pawnee, and the ball be freed over by Emily Ellis. Chased down back row by Carly Casper. Kept in play, and then Liz Thomas collides with Allie Owens, both going for the ball. And Pawnee inches closer yet. 17-12 here in set 2. Serve will be played deep. Ball popped up back row by Thomas. Set up and the tip off the block at the net from Josie Dreher. Kept up in the swing by Lindy Johnston. Dug up back row. Quick set onto the near side. Angle inside the antenna by Allie Owens. While kept in play and freed over by Emily Ellis. Popped up back row by Carly Casper. And the nice swing down and in for the kill by Josie Dreher will get Merino another point. Put them up 18-12. Onto the floor for Merino comes Mikayla Leachman. Cheyenne Jackson will take the serve. Jackson served deep, fielded by Kendra Koenig. Fielded back row by Zedek, then Koenig just tipped it over the net, I believe. And to the corner, Lindy Johnston will now have the serve. 18-13 Merino. Johnston lines the ball deep, popped up back row by Allie Owens, set onto the near side, angle back far side, kept up by Zedek, set down the middle for Koenig. Koenig's attack, dug up back row by Thomas, bump set onto the near side for Allie Owens. Nice hammer deep, dug up, chased down, and the free ball from the back row played by Zedek, short, kept up by Owens. Set to the back row for a swing from the libero, Carly Casper, and that'll go down as a 4-hit violation as the ball went off the net to make it 18-14. Lindy Johnston lines the ball far side, kept in play. Rolling the net cord was Allie Owens. Tip over the net by Morgan Sanders, and she missed the line on the near side. (19-14) Merino, and Carly Casper will take the serve for the Rams. Casper serve, line deep, fielded by Emily Ellis, right back onto the Merino side, knocked down by Allie Owens, and can't be chased down by the Pawnee Coyotes, and it's 20-14. Looking to even us at a set apiece. Casper lines the ball deep, popped up, back row, set onto the far side. Kendra Koenig, nice angle down the far line, fielded by Cheyenne Jackson. Tip over the net, clipped the net, free back over by Pawnee, kept up by Jackson. Leachman will set near side, and the free ball will be played deep by Allie Owens. Chased down by Zedek, back row bump set, and a back row swing for Lindy Johnson. Nicely angled deep, dug up by Liz Thomas. Set up onto the near side, big swing by Allie Owens, rejected at the net. Double stuff of Sanders and Koenig right there to deny the offensive opportunity. Cut the lead down to 5, 20-15. Emily Ellis will serve. Ellis angles the ball deep, chased down by Casper, set up on the far side, and the ball tipped over the block at the net by Allie Owens. Set near side for Morgan Sanders, who hammers it off the block at the net. Deceptive in her power, in that it doesn't look like it's going to come across with a lot of power, but that thing ricocheted pretty hard off that block. 20-16, Ellis with the serve. Ball popped up, back row by Thomas. Set onto the near side, and the bang off the block of the net by Karg. She's been inauspiciously silent offensive for the last 15, 20 points or so. Another swing will come this time near side from Owens. Ball dug up back row by Ellis. Chased down by Zedek and free back over by Ellis. Kept up by Casper, back row. Set onto the far side for the swing. Knocked into the net by Mikayla Leachman. And Erin Schmidt going to let her team try and figure it out. One more point for Merino. Their lead's been cut to 3. Emily Ellis lines the ball deep. Chased down back row by Carly Casper. Set up onto the far side for Allie Owens. Allie Owens finds that back line. The flag flutters down from the MAC official, and she clipped the black to give herself the serve and put the lead back to 21-17. Allie Owens Lines the ball deep. Ball dug up back row. Quick set near side. Morgan Sanders. She'll float it to the back corner. Just missed the back corner. And the lead grows back out to 5 for Merino. Allie Owens knocks the serve short. Ball popped up by Kendra Koenig. Chased down, and Kendra Koenig will free the ball deep. Ball chased up. Back row by Allie Owens. Liz Thomas near side. A big swing deep. Ball dug up by Emily Ellis. Tilgman sets it up far side for Zedek. Her angle dug up back row by Jackson. Casper sets up for Owens, who knocks it into the net. Make it 22-18 and hand libero Sarah Vieira the serve for Pawnee. She will get a lift ball ace as Allie Owens couldn't decide if she was going to play that one with her hands down or her hands up. Ace is followed up by an air. Second time we've seen that in this set. 23-19. Merino inches 2 points away from evening us at a set apiece. Serve will go over to Mikayla Leachman for Merino. Leachman lines the ball deep. Vieira can't play it cleanly. Koenig stuffed down by Karg. Then Koenig will free it back over again. Well, kept up by Mertens, and a back row swing by Allie Owens knocked into the net. Elsa Shino will come on now for Merino. 23-20 they lead, down a set to none. Kendra Koenig, the freshman, for the Coyotes with the serve. Koenig lines the ball deep. Ball popped up. Set down the middle for Karg over the top of the block of the net. Ball chased down. Lindy Johnston turns and bangs that one down and cuts the lead down to 2, and a timeout taken by Merino. They were once up, I believe, 7, possibly 8 points. Now only up 2, but still just 2 points away from taking this set and evening us at a set apiece. Pawnee's offense has come back to life. Actually, what's come back to life, I talked about it in their first set, their defense. It's what this Pawnee team is built on. I mean, that's the reason they were able to come in and play the opening match last year at the district volleyball tournament at 9 a.m., sit around and then play back-to-back matches late in the afternoon, and then sit around a little bit more before playing in California tiebreak. They played great defense. Didn't always have the hardest hits, didn't always have the best-looking offense, but it's about getting the job done, and that's what they're doing here. They didn't give up on their defense early in this set when it started going awry on them, and it's helped to get them back into this set. They'd love to go up 2 sets to none on the road in the opening match of the season. Kendra Koenig will have the serve for the Coyotes. Koenig fielded back row by Owens. Mertens set. Thomas near side. Her attack dropped down off the dig. Nice get by Vieira, but could not come down with a second hit on it. And Veronica Karg will take the serve for Merino. Karg lines it short, fielded on the front row by Lindy Johnston. Big swing off the net cord, chased down by Owens. Tip set crawling the net cord from Dreyer, and then the free ball played back over by Pawnee. Popped up back row by Owens. Back row free ball played over by Dreyer. Set back over the net by Tilgman. Checked up by Shino. Set up onto the near side. Liz Thomas off the block of the net. Ball kept in play. Punch back over by Shino. Chased down from the Pawnee side, and an attack under the net by Liz Thomas. She came in from the outside, and Allie Owens stepped up on the front side, and they collided, causing the miss hit. Still set point for Merino, 24-22. Zedek with the serve. She'll knock it deep. Ball fielded by Owens. Kept in play, but not cleanly, and it comes all the way into the near side stands. 24-23 in the second timeout burned for Merino. That shows you how important this set is. 2 timeouts burned in a span of 5 points, trying to close this out for Merino. Heck of a way to kick off your volleyball season, huh? About set to go also on Chassa.tv. They're about an hour away as Sterling and Yuma. (24-23). Afton Zedek, one more serve here to stave off the set points. Zedek, line deep, popped up back row by Allie Owens. Back set far side. Liz Thomas off the block of the net. Dug up by Vieira. Chased down by Koenig. And a free over by Johnston. Angled onto the near side. Kept up by Casper. Set onto the near side. Thomas with the backswing. Down and in for a kill. We're deadlocked at a set apiece. Merino built too substantial of a lead for Pawnee to surmount. And 25-23, the final tally here in set 2. We're even at a set apiece. We'll be back with set 3 on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, YouTube.com. It's a big-time small-town media production.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise at Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area. Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
These days, there's no free lunch, no free ride, not even any free time. Well, at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve up a whole lot of free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, and more. Then when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you want to bring back the free, apply today to open a new account. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, there is no purchase as is. Every vehicle on the lot comes with a complete warranty. For your convenience of shopping, Erdl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Many lessons can be learned when playing high school sports. Teamwork, discipline, and trust in those around you, just to name a few. But maybe the most valuable lesson learned from high school sports is good sportsmanship. Faith Tabernacle Church in Merino wants to remind you, as a player or a fan, to display good sportsmanship at any event you attend this school year. If you're looking for something new, Faith Tabernacle has services Sundays at 10 and Wednesdays at 7. Faith Tabernacle, a proud supporter of the Merino Rams.
We come back to Merino deadlocked at a set apiece. I'm Ben Blecka. Very glad you have joined us for the season opener of high school volleyball action on Chassa.tv. 25-22, Pawnee took set 1. 25-23, Merino took set 4. You expect close and you expect good. That's what we've seen so far after the plethora of hitting errors to kick the match off. Things have settled down quite a bit and the team's offenses have started to come through. Brooke Tilgman with the serve to kick things off in the set. The official had not given the go-ahead. The Merino libero was not in. So now we're officially underway. And we're underway with an ace. The ball was misplayed on the back row by Merino. One nothing Pawnee, Tugman. Lines it deep. Fielded by Thomas, far side. Owens, her angle deep, and there's not a whole lot Kendra Koenig could do there, but just try and throw the body in the air and hope that ball got high enough for somebody to chase down. Shows how Allie Owens has developed as a hitter. She's been playing in some form on the varsity level since her freshman year. Ace will go down on the Merino side on their first serve here in set 3. Cheyenne Jackson seeing her first varsity action of her high school career in this match. Her line deep, fielded on the Pawnee side, and Johnston with the attack. Back near post, and the swing by Leachman. Kept in play. Johnston will set back to Kirby Anderson, who returns here in set 3. Far side swing will come from Allie Owens. Owens too deep and out, but in the net went the Pawnee block. So a blocking error will give Merino the lead at 3-1. And a lift ball off of the serve as that toppered down. That's 2 aces and 3 serves for Cheyenne Jackson. And then an error. Knocked it into the net, giving the serve back over to Pawnee. Into the hands of Lindy Johnston. Lindy's line deep, fielded by Carly Casper. Owens will set far side for Leachman, who angled wide on the near side. This way. Lindy Johnson will serve to deadlock us at 4. Lindy, short, fielded by Allie Owens. Far side Leachman over the block of Sanders at the net. Kirby Anderson with a nice swing, dug up by Casper, and then as Kirby Anderson tried to put the dig back down, she ended up in the net. And Carly Casper will have the serve for Merino. Near side, Kirby Anderson with the nice swing. Redeems herself for that net violation with a nice knock. Make this a 5-4 game here in set 3. Kirby Anderson lined down the near side, fielded by Allie Owens. Set back down the middle, and the big swing deep from Micaiah Leachman. Popped up back row, bump set, and the free ball will be played over by Morgan Sanders. And in the net went the Merino block on the Morgan Sanders play. The serve stays with Kirby Anderson at 5-all. Liz Thomas, nice field back row. Free ball be played over by Leachman. And short, Kirby Anderson digs it out. Koenig keeps it in play, and Lindy Johnston frees it over. Thomas with it, back row set will go for Carly Casper, who hammers it into the net. And Pawnee has drawn a 6-5 lead here in set number 3. Service error from Kirby Anderson, knocked into the net. The sophomore was listed as their libero last year, but as much as I saw Pawnee last year, I think she only played when absolutely necessary. She's showing some good offensive ability, as a misplay on the receive will give Allie Owens credit for an ace at 7-6 here in set 3. Merino with the lead. All line deep. Set up Tugman down the middle, and Koenig will tip it over the block at the net. Bump set by Karg, and a free ball be played over by Leachman. Popped up back row by Anderson. Near side swing hammered into the net from Afton Zedek. And it's 8-6. Merino. Line serve deep by Allie Owens. Ball popped up back row, set onto the near side, and the tip off the block at the net. Ball chased down back row by Owens. Set down the middle for Karg. Floated over the block of the net. Ball chased down by Kirby Anderson, and then a free ball played over by Koenig. Dug up back row by Allie Owens. Set far side for Liz Thomas. Nice swing, drop down and in. She put that one between the arms of the block and found in front of the back row an opportunity to put her team up 3, 9-6. Allie Owens with the serve deep. How about another ace? And you'll see a sub in here. Kirby Anderson going to exit again, this time for Emily Ellis, just like last set, and Emily Ellis stayed in. The junior. Allie Owens will go right at Emily Ellis, coming in off the bench. Set over the net by Tugman. Ball chased down back onto the Pawnee side, kept in play, and then free back over by Morgan Sanders. Set up onto the near side for Leachman. Her angle deep. Ball dug up back row. And the big swing by Lindy Johnston. Knocked off the ceiling. Knocked off the rafters that you see going across the ceiling there. And not a whole lot you can do when a ball comes ricocheting down off there. Sarah Vieira with the serve for Pawnee. Line deep. One-handed set over the net. and out was the only play Merino had. The lead cut back down to 2. Sarah Vieira lines the serve deep. Ball popped up by Allie Owens, back row. Free ball played over by Michaela Leachman. Chased down, set over the net by Brooke Tobin. Ball popped up, quick set. Far side into the swing of Liz Thomas. Thomas with the ball knocked deep, tip over the block at the net. Thomas keeps it in play off that block. Far side swing, angle back down and in for a kill. Liz Thomas is stepping up her game. She came in last year in kind of that Emily Ellis role, I guess, if you will, for Pawnee. When somebody got into a bind on the Merino side, she'd come on and try and spark them. So serve goes into the net for Michaela Leachman. Elsa Shino will come on. Liz played her first 2 years in Sterling before moving out to Merino here. Line serve deep, fielded back row by Allie Owens, set for Karg, and Karg will knock it off the setter. Tilgman on the front row, and Merino does a very good job of what they just did right there. They target the setter when at all possible to try and force their opponent to have somebody else setting besides the setter. They have a 12-9 lead here in set 3, deadlocked at a set apiece. Serve deep, fielded by Vieira. Tilgman will set it up, and the big swing by Lindy Johnston down and in for the kill. You get your setter in play, she can effectively run your offense. Kendra Koenig will serve for the Coyotes. Koenig lines it into the net. (13-10) here in set number 3. Liz Thomas with the serve. Kept up by Vieira. Ellis tips it over the block of the net. Quick set far side, Allie Owens clipping the net cord and dropping it in. Liz Thomas with the serve for Merino. Ball popped up, and the swing by Lindy Johnston. Dig back over and down. Carly Casper just reactionary dug that one, and it lined right back over the net and dropped in, where Pawnee could not make the play. Thomas lines the serve deep. Ball popped up back row, set over the net. Shino will keep it in play, and the angle by Dreher to the far side. Chased down in front of the Pawnee bench by Ellis. And the free ball played over. Ball popped up back row, set over the net by Allie Owens. Played down by Tilgman, kept in play, and Dreher will play it from the back row. Ball chased down by Koenig. Tilgman will set it over. Ball kept in play, tipped high. Then the free ball will be played back over onto the Pawnee side. Vieira in play. Johnston down the middle. Nicely dug up by Casper, and at the net, the ball will drop on the Merino side as Lindy Johnston came up and prevented a quick tip over the net. 15-11 Merino with the lead. Serve, deep, popped up, and set back over the net. Running bump set by Sanders, near side swing, banged off the block at the net by Emily Ellis. She rolled that one down the bodies to get credit for her first kill of the match. Line serve deep, popped up back row, set onto the far side. Big swing, angled on to Kendra Koenig. Free ball be played back over by Lindy Johnston. Kept in play by Casper for Merino. Set far side, Allie Owens rifled off the block at the net. Dreher will try and turn and set it over, but she carried it over the net. She caught it with her backhand and had to, as her body was faced, she had to turn, and you can see it on the TV because I'm clearly on TV. Roll it over the net. It's Volleyball Demo 101 for anybody sitting within eye shot of me. Free ball played over. Bump set and a free ball back over by Pawnee. Dreher down the middle. She will knock it deep. Popped up by Koenig. Back row. Tilgman will set it right into the radar zone. Allie Owens nicely popped up by Zedek. Again, Tilgman plays it over. Popped up by Thomas. Far side. Allie Owens. Too wide and out. Could not get that angle right. Pawnee's confused as to what happened there. Now who has the serve? 15-14. Togman winds it deep, fielded by Casper, set onto the far side, banged off the block at the net by Allie Owens and down. Preventing the tie here in set number 3 is Merino. Onto the floor for the Rams will come Cheyenne Jackson to serve and Micaiah Leachman to hit. Cheyenne lines the ball near side, ball chase down, bump set, and the near side swing from Morgan Sanders, hammered off the block at the net. Kept up by Allie Owens, and a free ball be played over and misplayed. That free ball dropped by Micaiah Leachman. Not read at all by the Pawnee Coyotes off the hand, 17-14. Line serve deep, popped up by Zedek. Set far side, Lindy Johnson angles it down and deep. Ball chased down off the rafters, but freed back over by Allie Owens in short. Set up Tugman onto the near side for Emily Ellis. Ellis knocking it deep. Ball popped back by Allie Owens. Zetek underneath it, Lindy Johnston, and she'll hammer it to the back row and down and in for a kill. And Pawnee will hand themselves the serve back. Lindy lines it deep, fielded by Allie Owens. Backs head onto the near side. Dreher angle it deep, popped up by Lindy Johnston. Lindy will set, turn, and rifle it back over into the far corner. Popped up, back row, and the free ball played over by Allie Owens and down. Allie Owens coming up with the point. And a timeout going to be taken here by Pawnee at 18-15 in set 3, our first timeout of the set. 25-22, Pawnee took set 1, 25-23. Set 2, the way of Merino, and Merino starting to inch out with some control here in set 3 in their home opener. Don't forget, you're enjoying this one. You'll enjoy our matchup on Saturday between Caliche and Weldon Valley. It should be around 3:30. It'll be right here on Chassa.tv as well as on a local radio station here in Northeast Colorado. And it's a matchup between the Denver Post preseason number 4 Caliche Bus and number 7 Weldon Valley Warriors. In my estimation, having seen both teams play, I like Weldon Valley an awful lot. I was a little surprised that Caliche cracked their way into the top 4, but they had a pretty impressive summer of volleyball. There's no question about that. 18-15 is Carly Casper with the serve. Line deep, 2 deep and out, so the timeout causes a service error and gives Pawnee an opportunity to inch closer. Emily Ellis with the serve. She'll line it short, popped up by Casper, not cleanly. That'll go down as an ace. Ellis lines the ball deep, popped up macro by Liz Thomas, bumps that far side. Card knocks it over the block of the net. Quick tip back over by Sanders. Set back far side this time. Owens trying to angle it inside the line block of Morgan Sanders and found the net instead, and we're deadlocked at 18 apiece. Ellis with the serve, line deep, popped up back row. Set for Leachman, and then she'll turn and free it back over in deep. Kept up. Tilgman down the middle. Koenig off the block at the net. Zedek flying it over the net. Ball pings around off the Merino side. Played back down by Zedek. Far side, Owens with a nice swing. Down and in for a kill. Boy, howdy. Completely disjointed point of volleyball for Merino, but Allie Owens found herself in the right place at the right time. She gives herself the serve. Line deep, popped up by Sanders, bump set, and then Koenig will turn and rifle it deep, and Koenig puts herself down and in. I think that was intended for Sanders, but Sanders too deep on the receive, couldn't get there, so Koenig had to step from the middle and play it down. 19-19. Sarah Vieira with the serve. Popped up by Allie Owens, back row. Set up for Leachman on the near side. She'll angle it back far side. Ball misplayed by the front row. If you've got your back turned to the net and somebody behind you has their front toward the net, let them play the ball. Merino first to 20, but for the first time in this match, the first to 20 is just by 1 point. It was by 4 or 5 last set. Line serve deep. Ball popped up back row. Set down the middle. Koenig will play it deep for Pawnee, and she deadlocks us at 20 apiece. Elsa Shino will come in. Pivotal third set to put somebody up 2-1. Freshman Kendra Koenig with the serve for Pawnee. Koenig lines it down the near side, fielded by Shino. Set far side, Liz Thomas. She'll bang it off the block of the net. Ball chased down. Vieira will set it up on the near side, and the big hammer banged off the block at the net by Afton Zedek. Beautiful voice. She sings the anthem when they're at home. Beautiful swing right there as well. 21-20. Koenig lines the ball down the middle. Popped up by Owens. Set up for Karg. She'll free it back onto the back corner. Checked up by Koenig. Down the middle. Swing from Lindy Johnston. Ball dug out by Allie Owens, but could not be chased down, and Pawnee puts themselves up 22-20 in a Merino timeout. North half of the gym, which is the right of your video screen on Chassa.tv, is been the offensive half of the gym. Pawnee liking what they've got here in the last 10 points or so, able to grow their lead back out. Once again, they really didn't lead in set 2. They battled back close but couldn't get there, losing 25-23 after finding themselves down 8 in that set. Merino found themselves down 6 in the opening one, battled back to within 25-22. Merino was only up about 4 in this one, but I think Pawnee's run off the last 5 of the last 6, I think, have gone their way. Kendra Koenig will continue with the serve for the Coyotes. Clips the net cord. Shino playing it right back onto the Pawnee side. Johnson blocked by Mertens, and then a back row player played the ball offensively in front of the 10-foot line. Back row player cannot play the ball higher than the net in front of that 10-foot line, that black line on the volleyball court, and I believe it was libero Sarah Vieira that did so. So 22-21, Pawnee still with the lead, not no more. Ace by freshman Veronica Karg. 22-22. Timeout doing well for Merino. Karg lines the ball deep, popped up back row. Tugman will set near side. Johnston flutters it over the block at the net, and in the net on her follow-through went Lindy. So Merino has a 23-22 advantage. Karg knocking the ball deep, popped up back row, set far side. Afton Zedek, her attack popped up by Allie Owens, and a free ball be played over by Dreher. Kept up by Vieira, set down the middle, Lindy Johnston. Kept up by Thomas on the front row, set to Thomas on the far post. Hit the ball into the net. We're deadlocked at 23. Carly Casper returns for Merino, their libero, as Afton Zedek will line the ball down the middle. Popped up by Shino, set far side for Dreher. Dreher's attack dug up by Koenig. Bump set by Tugman onto the near side, and the angle over by Ellis. Popped up by Thomas, and the set over the net by Dreher. Popped up back row by Zedek. Tugman will set for a back row swing from Vieira. Her attack dug up by Allie Owens, and a free ball played over by Liz Thomas. Popped up back row by Zedek. Underneath it goes Vieira, and then the swing deep. Too deep and out for Kendra Koenig, giving Merino a set point at 24-23 to go up 2-1. They hand the serve to Liz Thomas, who came up with the ace to open things off last set that got Merino rolling. She'll line it down the middle. Ball popped up back row, set far side. Lindy Johnston off the dig on the back row, and we're going to extras. 24-24. Serve from Brooke Tugman. Her attack dug up back row by Casper. Far side swing by Allie Owens. Rejected back by Lindy Johnston. And now Pawnee has a set point. Timeout will be taken by Merino. Feels good to be back in volleyball season, especially when you get to kick off with a close match like this. Two evenly matched teams. One of the reasons when we took a look at this that I went, it may not be too terribly bad of a match, especially considering their history of opening seasons and ending seasons against one another. District tournament last year, Merino beat Pawnee to force the California tiebreak, but then Pawnee eliminated Merino in the first round of the California tiebreak. Set point for Pawnee to go up 2-1, 25-24. Brooke Tilgman floats the serve short, popped up back row by Casper, bump set, and Casper will free the ball deep. Diving dig out back row by Zedek, chased down by Sanders in front of her bench, and Koenig will free it over. Ball popped up back row by Casper, set onto the far side for Allie Owens. Her attack deep, popped up by Zedek. Zedek will get the free coming over from the back row. Ball popped up, quick set. And the back row swing will come from Liz Thomas, and under the net, or in the net, went the Pawnee block. And we continue going in extras at 25 all. Onto the floor for Merino to serve comes Cheyenne Jackson. Mikhail Leachman in on the front row to hit. Jackson lines the ball deep, popped up by Koenig back row. Free ball be played over by Emily Ellis. Popped up on the backside by Casper. Far side swing for Allie Owens. Ball dug and went off of the underside, or the top side of that backboard, and just rifled back down here in Merino. And it's set point number 2 for Merino at 26-25. Jackson lines the ball deep. Ball popped up back row, set up far side. Lindy Johnson angles it near side. Dig up near the net, and 2-hit violation called by Mikhail Leachman on the set. We're deadlocked at 26. Johnston lines the ball deep, popped up back row by Casper, set onto the near side, the angle back to the far, kept up. Sanders will get the swing on the far post. She angles it down and deep, dug over and out. So Morgan Sanders gets credit for a kill and now gives Pawnee a set point. Their second of the set at 27-26. And you're going to see a sub for Merino. First time Bailey Walzer has seen the floor in this match. Sophomore, her older sister Carly, is playing basketball at Northeastern Junior College this year. Line serve, far side, popped up, bump set, and far side Bailey Walzer with the attack. Angle back near side for Zedek, and then the free ball played over by Koenig. Checked up back row by Casper, set far side, and the swing for Allie Owens banged off the block at the net. Ball kept in play, and then free back over by Zedek. Kept up by Casper, one-handed set for a back row swing from Liz Thomas. Ball chased down by Johnston, set down the middle. Koenig off the block of the net, kept up by Owens, and the ball mishit on the near side, and we're tied at 27. Pawnee played a 35-33 set against Fleming in districts last year, so they're used to this. Maybe not these kids. A lot of these kids first-time varsity. Sanders will turn and hammer it into the net, and Merino has a third set point at 28-27. Can somebody win 3 points in a row? They've not really done that in the last 10-15 of this match. Not been able to create the distance. 28-27. Line serve deep, ball popped up back row, chased down, Zedek, and then a free ball played over by Lindy Johnston. Ball popped up, set near the net, and a stuff down attempt kept up by Karg. Joust at the net, in the net went Koenig, and on that violation, Merino will take a 2-1 lead, 29-27 here in set 3. Ain't no better way to start the season than right here on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, YouTube.com. It's a big-time small-town media production.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Merino Booster Club is a proud supporter of not only the athletes, but every student at Merino schools. Whether they're kindergartners or seniors, Merino Booster Club supports them equally. All sports, events, and activities are supported by the Merino Booster Club. If you want to find out more about the Merino Booster Club and how you can join and support the Merino students the same way the Merino Booster Club does, you need to contact the Merino Booster Club by attending one of the many Merino Ram events. Merino Booster Club, a proud supporter of all students and athletes at Merino schools. Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
We come back for set number 4 here in Merino, and Merino up 2-1 after a thrilling 29-27 set number 3. Pawnee took the first set 25-22, and we head to set 4. Liz Thomas with the serve for the Rams. Lindy Johnston right down the middle. She's not messing around. Lindy knows, as the only fully experienced varsity player in this starting lineup, that she's got to take control of this one if Pawnee wants to have a chance to win this one. Down the middle, Josie Dreyer with a big swing. Too big and out for Merino, and Pawnee takes a quick 2-0 advantage. Served by Togman onto the far side, kept up by Thomas, set over the net for Merino. Ball dug up back row. Togman will set near side Sanders. She'll angle it far side, kept up by Casper. Set back near side into the hands of Owens, and Allie Owens hammers it down and in for a kill. Line serve will come from Cheyenne Jackson for Merino. Jackson will dig it out after the tip over the net. Leachman to Dreyer down the middle. She'll tip it over deep. Far side swing from Kirby Anderson, knocked off the block at the net. Set by Lindy Johnston off the attack, and then Morgan Sanders will knock it deep. Dug up back row by Casper. Far side swing, knocked deep from Cheyenne Jackson. Popped up back row, set down the middle. Lindy Johnston banged off the block of the net. Nicely dug up back row by Cheyenne Jackson, and a free ball will be played over by Micaiah Leachman. Popped up back row, set far side for Kirby Anderson. Her attack deep. Popped up back row by Casper, and the free ball will be played deep by Allie Owens. Lindy Johnson with the re-swing back down the middle, and she rolled the net cord around the block and comes up with her second kill of the set. Lindy Johnston will take the serve for Pawnee. Line deep, set down the middle, and the swing by Koenig, knocked deep. Popped up back row by Liz Thomas, set near side. Micaiah Leachman off the block of Sanders and out. Nice tool of the block. And 3-2. Merino will try and tie it early on here in set 4. Harley Casper with the serve. Ball dug up back row by Zedek, and the free ball be played over by Sanders. Quick set down the middle, far side swing will come too big and out from Leachman. Thought it was going to Karg. Apparently so did Leachman because she got a late jump on that. Kirby Anderson will now take the serve for Pawnee. Anderson, near side, fielded by Liz Thomas, and the free ball be played short. Checked up back row by Kirby Anderson, far side, or middle set rather, for Koenig. Dug up back row, not cleanly by Carly Casper. And Pawnee takes a 5-2 advantage here in set number 4. Anderson, and a rotation violation on Merino will give Pawnee another free point. Line hammer deep, too deep and out. So 6-3 Pawnee with the advantage here in set number 4. Merino up 2-1. Line serve by Owens deep, popped up back row, set onto the far side. Zedek will turn and knock it short, kept up by Owens. Set up near side for Liz Thomas. Nicely banged off the block, nicely dug out by Tugman, and then free deep by Anderson. Popped up back row by Casper. Down the middle goes Karg. Karg will angle it deep. Dug up by Anderson at the net. And Tugman trying to play the ball ended up in the net. That violation will give Merino the point. And 6-4. The score goes. Serve short. How about an ace? Allie Owens taking that ace and cutting the lead down to 1. Owens. Lines near side, popped up back row by Morgan Sanders. Set up, and Sanders blocked at the net by Liz Thomas. Kept in play, far side set, and the swing knocked into the block at the net of Veronica Karg. And we're deadlocked at 6. Owens lines the serve deep. Ball popped up back row, bumps that far side, and the ball tipped over the block of the net by Zedek. Chased down and fluttered deep and in for a point from Allie Owens, and a timeout taken by Pawnee. Reactionary dig on the Merino side. The only play Allie Owens had was to just swing deep and hope it goes, and it did. Merino could take this 1 in 4. I believe that's what they did last year. They 1 in 4 out in Pawnee, if I'm remembering correctly, to kick the season off. 2 years ago, this went 5. Right here in Merino. Kind of a new beginning for the Pawnee Coyotes on the girls athletics side. That senior bunch that graduated last year that won state in basketball is given way to this younger group. I see a lot of potential in this group. They're showing it here today. Lindy Johnson will field the serve out of the timeout, and the free ball played over by Morgan Sanders, checked up by Allie Owens. Set onto the near side, Liz Thomas with a big swing, knocked deep, popped up back row by Lindy Johnson. Ball knocked off the block at the net by Afton Zedek. Quick set onto the near side, Liz Thomas. She'll angle it back far corner. Popped up back row by Kirby Anderson. Far side Zedek. She'll flutter it over the block of the net. Kept in play. Leachman will set down the middle for Karg. Karg's attack down and in for a kill. Veronica Karg, stellar in the opening set and a half. And see if that can spark her offense to get going. Merino has sparked a 4-0 run here. It's Allie Owens. Lines the serve deep, too deep and out. It's like a perfect game in baseball. Once you mention the run, it ends. So I will apologize to Merino fans. You're welcome for Pawnee fans. Line serve deep from Sarah Vieira. Set up near side, and the free ball be played over by Liz Thomas at the net. Tugman can't get a clean play, and it ricochets into the net. 9-7. Rams take the serve back here in set 4. Leachman with the serve. Ball popped up back row by Lindy Johnston. Down the middle, Koenig. It goes off of the net at the antenna. So that is out. She kind of got crossed as to whether that ball was going to go over the net or not. Line serve deep, misplay by Vieira. Tilgman keeps it in play, and the free ball be played over by Koenig. Checked up by Thomas, and then the free ball played short by Dreher. Running bump set far side, and the swing from Zedek down the far side. Diving dig, and the ball plays back over. Kept up back row by Vieira, and the hammer off the block of the net by Koenig. Chased down near side, near the stands. And Thomas can't make the play. 10-8, the serve back over to Pawnee as also Shino comes in. Koenig with the serve, too deep and out. Good let by Shino. And Karg will line the serve short. Ball popped up by Lindy Johnston. Set tip down the near side by Zedek. Set up in the near side swing by Liz Thomas. She clipped the antenna. So that's a hitting error and gives the serve back over to Pawnee here in set 4. Zedek flutters the ball short. Popped up. Quick set for a back row swing from Allie Owens. Owens too big, and Merino's lead is diminished to 1. Serve from Zedek short, in for an ace, and it's vanished. Afton Zedek finding the front side of the back row. Unable for them to get a clean play. Zedek with the serve, line deep. Ball popped up back row, stuffed down at the net by Lindy Johnston off the miss dig. And Pawnee finds themselves now up 1. Serve deep, popped up by Shino, set onto the near side. Big swing, banged off the block at the net, and Josie Dreher comes up with the kill to deadlock us at 12. Serve from Liz Thomas. Line short, popped up by Lindy Johnston. Lindy will turn. She'll hammer it down and in for a kill. Lindy Johnston, as we said at the beginning of the set, if she wants this done, she's going to get it done herself as the only player with significant varsity experience off last year. Tilgman will line the ball deep, popped up by Casper. Near side, Owens. She goes through the block at the net and down. She's the only player on the Merino side with significant varsity action last year. Yeah, there's other players that saw some varsity time. I mean, don't want to discredit those, but those that every match you knew they were going to be in. That's just about it for these two teams. Line serve short, popped up by Sanders, back row, set up, and the far side swing by Kirby Anderson. Dug up back row by Casper. Set onto the near side for Owens. Owens hammers it deep, dug up by Ellis, and Tilgman can't get a clean play off the dig. Good power kill right there for Allie Owens. And Merino has taken a 14-13 lead. Serve, knocked deep, ball popped up back row. Ellis to Johnston, who will hammer it deep. Dug up by Jackson, and Dreher will angle it over into the back line. Quick set onto the far side. Kirby Anderson hammered it off the block at the net. Lindy Johnston frees it after she kept it up. Near side, Allie Owens with the hammer and right into the block at the net and down. 15-13 Rams. Just 10 points away from winning this one in 4. Line serve deep, popped up, back row by Sanders. Set up and the ball knocked deep, dug up back row by Casper. Quick set onto the far side, and the ball fluttered deep, dug up back row by Ellis for Pawnee. Near side, Sanders. She'll knock it toward the back line, but missed the back line to make it 16-13. And Pawnee having some trouble getting that momentum going right here. Line serve in for an ace. to make it 17-13. Sometimes, especially in an early season non-league, non-classification match, these two teams are in two separate classifications now. You just got to let your team try and figure it out. Marcy Koenig doing just that. Line serve, deep ball popped up back row, set near side. Lindy Johnson, she'll angle it onto the far side. Kept in play. Leachman will set onto the near side, and the swing by Allie Owens deep. Popped up back row by Ellis. Running bump set in the far side. Tip by Lindy Johnston. Kept up by Owens on the front row. Reset to Owens on the near side. Big hammer off the block of the net. Set far side. Kirby Anderson, her attack. Dug up back row. Running bump set onto the near side. And Lindy Johnston there. And she went into the net trying to hammer that ball down. So another free point on a Pawnee error given the way of the Merino Rams. The serve will be knocked deep. Popped up back row, kept up by Anderson. And Anderson will get the re-swing back. Josie Dreher turns and knocks the ball down. The 5'8 junior finding a way to get it done here once again, and 19-13. It's been several players that have stepped up for Merino. Line serve down and in for an ace. And a timeout taken here for Pawnee. 20-13 here in set 4. Merino up 2-1. We will see Pawnee volleyball again next Friday on Chassa.tv. We'll be out in Fleming for the Fleming-Pawnee matchup. I think the next time we see Merino volleyball on Chassa.tv will be, could possibly be Caliche in October. I think we see him before then. We have to. I have no idea. If you want to see high school sports, doesn't matter if you want to see Merino, Pawnee, or any of the other 300 and some odd schools in the state, Chassa.tv, the place to go check it out. Line serve deep, ball popped up back row. Sanders will knock it deep. Popped up by Casper. Set near side Owens over the block of the net. Set far side for Anderson. And Leachman will end up freeing it back over for Merino. Sanders keeps it up down the middle. Lindy Johnston, she'll knock it down and in for a kill. Timeout pays dividends. 20-14. Now Lindy Johnston going to have to come with a nice run on serve. Ball line deep, popped up back row, set near side Leachman. Her attack too big and out. The hitting area allows Pawnee within 5. Pawnee was up 20-14. Merino ran off 6 straight in set 1 before Pawnee was able to close the set out 25-22. Line serve deep. Popped up far side. Ball knocked back over by Dreher. Dug up back row by Lindy Johnson. Set down the middle for Koenig. Koenig knocks it deep. Dug up by Casper back row. Set up down the middle for Dreher. Dreher knocks it into the block at the net. And a 2-hit violation ends up being the result on Pawnee as Koenig could not keep the ball cleanly in play. 21-15. Libero Carly Casper with the serve for Merino, and right into the net. Didn't get her toss high enough for that hard of a swing. Kirby Anderson will take the serve. She lines it near side, popped up by Karg. Back set to Owens on the far post. She'll angle it down, kept up by Anderson. Bump set and a free ball be played over by Lindy Johnston. Thomas chases it down back row. Running bump set by Jackson and the angle near side by Karg. Bump set far side. Ellis angle back near side. Owens keeps it up. Underneath it, Jackson, far side swing for Leachman. Angled up back row by Lindy Johnston. Ellis to the near post for Morgan Sanders. Attack deep, dug up back row by Carly Casper. Back row swing from Liz Thomas. Popped up back row by Kirby Anderson. Set up far side, and the ball knocked deep by Emily Ellis. Bump set up back row by Casper. Owens knocks it deep. Checked up back row by Pawnee, and we get an offensive play in front of the 10-foot line by the setter, Brooke Tilgman. She played a ball that was higher than the net, and she is, I believe, rotation-wise in the back row. Lindy Johnson going to go check it out. she's in the front row, so it couldn't have been on her. I thought she was the one that touched it, but I may be wrong. Emily Ellis with the angle far side. Off the serve, 22-16 Merino. Back set near side. Swing by Koenig deep. Dug up back row. Running bump set and a 10-foot line swing by Cart. Ball dug up back row by Johnston. Far side swing by Ellis. Clipped the antenna as it went by. And it's 23-17. Merino 2 away from taking this one in 4. Allie Owens lines the ball deep. Misplay back row by Kirby Anderson, and 24-16, is the tally. And it's match points for Merino, a whole plethora of them. Allie Owens knocks the ball into the net, so we got to do this one, at least one more. Sarah Vieira, one of the seniors for Pawnee, steps on. Vieira lines the ball short, not in for an ace. Pawnee was celebrating. Vieira chased it down and then freed it too big and out, and that'll do the match. 25-17 in the final one. Pawnee celebrated in what they thought went down, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. It got dug out nicely and back onto the Pawnee side, and Pawnee falls to 0-1 on the season, 3-1. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll wrap it up when we come back on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, YouTube.com. It's a big-time small-town media production.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
These days, there's no free lunch, no free ride, not even any free time. Well, at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve up a whole lot of free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, and more. Then when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you want to bring back the free, apply today to open a new account. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, there is no purchase as is. Every vehicle on the lot comes with a complete warranty. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Many lessons can be learned when playing high school sports. Teamwork, discipline, and trust in those around you, just to name a few. But maybe the most valuable lesson learned from high school sports is good sportsmanship. Faith Tabernacle Church in Merino wants to remind you, as a player or a fan, to display good sportsmanship at any event you attend this school year. If you're looking for something new, Faith Tabernacle has services Sundays at 10 and Wednesdays at 7. Faith Tabernacle, a proud supporter of the Merino Rams.
Back in Merino, the final tally here this evening, 3-1 in favor of the Merino Rams. They fell set one, 25-22, but then 25-23, 29-27, and 25-17. They came through, and really what you saw here today was that Merino had just a few more players that had seen some varsity time to that Pawnee side. Pawnee still visiting on their bench after this one. I mean, really, you have a whole new group of Coyote players here tonight. Very impressed. They play great defense. Their offense just didn't take the in-game steps the same way that Merino's did here tonight, and that's the reason that we're done here this evening. Initially, this game was scheduled to start at 6:30. It is 6:35, and we're done. Pawnee definitely short on numbers tonight, only brought 9 players to the match here this evening, so a short amount of JV forced us into an earlier start time. They didn't bring their junior high with them as expected here today either. So A little bit earlier go, but for Merino, I was very impressed with a couple players. Freshman Veronica Card played very well. Liz Thomas, one of their seniors, I thought stepped up nicely. But to me, Allie Owens stepped through when they needed her to step through. The only player with significant varsity time on the Merino side. She held her team together when they needed to be held together till others could come through and help her out, and that's why the 3-1 victory. That'll wrap up our broadcast here tonight. Thanks to Shelby Cano for running the production here on Chassa.tv. You can see it on Chassa TV, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. I am Ben Blecka, live from Merino. Make sure to stay pointed all season long to Chassa TV, Colorado Preps TV, and YouTube.com for future big-time small-town media productions.